Watcher guys, welcome back to the Zeusdaz Unemulated Retro Game channel, and I have another Let's Long Play. This time I'm going to do, or attempt to complete, on the ZX Spectrum, a Ultimate Classic. Let's get on with it. I never actually played it back in the day, but I revisited it during an 8-bit challenge episode, which my opponent gave to me. So that gave me the opportunity to give this game a little bit more time and enjoy it a bit more and appreciate it. And by the way, I won that challenge. Thought I'd get that out there. I adapted pretty quickly to it, and the idea is you've got to keep your flower growing until it blooms. There's 5 levels before it loops over, so that's what we do. So the can, the cyan can, kills all the worms regardless of the colour they are. The red can gets rid of these, I don't know, fluffy things. I don't know if they're supposed to be some kind of spider, or I have no idea. And the yellow can, which you can see sat on the shelf on the left hand side, kills the wasps. So there's 3 types of baddies. They both come in 2 different colours, but that's irrelevant. That just gives the game a little bit more colour. It's the can. So the first level, first stage is just worms. You've got to keep them away from your flower. And just protect it until it blooms. But yeah, it's a good game. This is the it's either the current or the previous month's versus video where I've stuck this with against, I think it was Attic Attack. So in other words, is this game, would you prefer to play this, or no, it's Cookie. There you go, flower bloomed, stage 1 done. Yeah, would you prefer to play Cookie or would you prefer to play this? Very similar game engines. So now we're going to get these, those things. I don't know if they're supposed to be caterpillars. They're probably supposed to, no, they're not. Sorry, they're not worms. They are caterpillars. These red things, though, I don't know. They're supposed to be spiders. So get rid of them. Get rid of them. Now I've got to get a red can. So you come out in 2 different colours. It makes no difference. The red can is what kills them. And those things, they're a 1,000-point bonus. So it's always good to collect that if you're going for a score. So yes, if I remember right, I think what happens is there's 5 stages. Then it loops back to stage 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just keeps doing that. Oh, that was careless. God, that was really early to lose a life. Can't get them. I got the red can to get rid of you. The next level introduces the wasps, and they are buggers, to say the least. They home in on you to begin with before they suckle on the flower. I call them wasps. I hate to think they're bees, because I like bees. They don't go out their way to sting you. Wasps are too aggressive, and they just sting you because they can. That's all they do. Been stung twice in my life by wasps. I don't deal with their stings very well, and both occasions were completely unprovoked. So I've got no time for wasps at all. Bees, on the other hand, just goes to show. Oh, there we go, another flower, cool. Bees, on the other hand, just to back me up, I do like bees. I actually, you ever seen like a big bee that's either crawling on the floor or just, it looks either exhausted or it's dying? There's been times when there's a wasp, look, nasty. I've actually done my best to try and save them. Good tip is to let it crawl on your hand. If you're not sure, put a glove on. And get a tiny teaspoon of honey from your cupboard if you've got any. Last one I did that, sucked that up like nobody's business. And eventually flew off. Never got a thank you card from it. Right, let's get some more. There we go. Actually, I don't know why I'm tapping away, because you can actually keep your finger on the fire button on this game. It makes no difference, so I think I'll do that. I'm going to stop using my Quickshot 2 Turbo now on games that require to fire a lot, because I know some of you like the nostalgia sound of it, but there's a few of you that find it irritating, and I suppose I would too if I'm listening to someone's commentary and all I can hear is click, 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 click. It would do my head in a bit. So games like that, I should be using this joystick, which is my Quick Shot 2. Not my Plus, because that comes with micro switches as well. Quick Shot 2. So it's just paddy sounds. And for games that don't require too much clicking, you know, just a casual click, then I should go back to my Quick Shot 2 Turbo. Yeah, come on. Oi, get off my flower. Yeah, these wasps are nasty. Oh, bloody hell. On my 8-bit challenge response to this game, I got to 55,000 without losing a life. I completely outplayed Mutant Caterpillar on that. Ooh. So some points up there, but I'm not going for points. I mean, that was the whole point of the challenge. I was collecting those bonuses up there. Those bonuses flashing in the top right. I was collecting them like there's no going out of fashion when they popped up, but as this is just getting through the levels, this is literally a level thing. I think this is either the penultimate or the last stage. And then it loops back round. So that's all we're going to do, and if we've got any excess lives, I'll just die. Can we get off? I need that can right up there. I mean, they're not touching my flowers, but never mind. The water does stun the wasps though. But that's all it does. See, like, it would just stop them in their tracks. It's a very clever program. I mean, I don't know why it never got on more attention than it did back in the day. It wasn't the talk on the school ground. You know, we got that game, we got this game. But mind you, oh damn. Mind you, in Spectrum terms, in 8-bit terms, I was a late bloomer. I mean, I didn't get mine till near the end of 85. And by then, the Spectrum 48 was out for 3 years by then. I just came from an area, a school at the time, which kids around my area didn't have a computer. I guess we were all bloody poor at the time. I have no idea. And I was introduced to it at my middle school with my new school. And that's when I fell in love with it. It could have been any computer at the time. It was just I was introduced, the first thing I was introduced to was a 48K Spectrum. And the first game I ever saw was horoscope skiing. And I remember my words back then. I went round back to my dad and said, I've got to get one. Oh, the graphics are amazing. I mean, you look back at it now, I think, really? But it was at the time, especially when you're coming from LCD games, handheld games like that. I mean, it was a graphical masterpiece in comparison at the time. The games were so much more fun to play back then. Simple and, you know. There we go. I think this is the last stage, I think. Just innocent games to play. Yeah. Used to swap the old C90 cassettes and, you know, copy them. Oh dear. No, I can say that now, can't we? It's old out news. Oh no! Oof. I've got one life left, haven't I? Oh, right. Get rid of you. I know you're going to home in on my... I don't know what you're supposed to be. Maybe it says it in the instructions. I didn't read them. But wasps. Yeah. Die. I don't like wasps. You're bullies. Good pest repellent though. I think they get rid of a lot of tiny annoying insects, don't they? Possibly. But don't kill spiders. You will not be welcomed on this channel if you openly admit you kill spiders. They are not an insect. You know that? 8 legs. Arachnid. And they are an excellent pest repellent. They work for us. You'd be amazed. They're trying to get away from you more than you're trying to get away from them, believe me. Just if you see a big one or whatever, put a box over it or something, just slip a piece of card under it and release it in the garden. Just don't kill them. It's ignorant people that just kill things like that. And you're talking to an ex-tarantula owner. But going back to this game, yeah, it's very playable, very enjoyable. It's just, yeah, it didn't get much attention back in the day, though. It's odd, whereas Cookie, Attic Attack did. Maybe it was too similar to Cookie and nobody bought it. I mean, I don't know. I think it came out after Cookie, didn't it? But I've learned to appreciate it. Especially when I've won a point on the 8-bit challenge for it. So yeah, I do appreciate it. Go away. Let my flower bloom. I've got a feeling... There we go. That is definitely game completed. That's what happens. A little extra tune and he's sat on his flower throne there. So that is game completed. So there's 5 stages and then it loops back to level 2. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to die. Yeah, really, really enjoyable game. I like it. Not a long game, really, but an excellent game anyway, nonetheless. And I recommend you play it because I think it's good. It opened up my eyes. I never gave it attention back in the day, and I certainly wouldn't have if it wasn't given to me as an 8-bit challenge. Episode 91, I think that was. My response. There we go, game over. But yeah, brilliant game. Brilliant game. One of those classics on the ZX Spectrum from Ultimate. Very fun. So give it a shot. Put it on your emulator if you haven't got a real hardware and give it a go. Alright, that's it for me. Thanks again for joining me on that. This is Let's Long Play Edition, even though Long Play was only like 10 minutes. But that's the way it is sometimes, isn't it? So, yeah, it's a great game. But you're right, Snoop. Stop going up and down. Tap, tap, tap. Obviously waiting for his mummy to come back. Snoopy, say hello, Snoopy. Ruff, ruff. There we go. Right, guys. Thanks for joining me again, as I said. Until next time, please join the channel. If you haven't already, subscribe. Click that notification bell to make sure you get my video notifications. Alright, so once to remind you, if you've got any shit game times you want to request, please go to that video and put down your selection. Alright, thank you very much again. Until next time, Zeus out.